You see that is his idea. And every day on this TV, you hear me talk about my father. I talk about my family. I talk about my father. I talk about my kingdom. I talk about the good things I've seen, how they changed my own life. Brethren, let me tell you something. How you proceed is how your life is. Period. What do you see? If you are trained to see negatively, your life is worked out. If you are trained not to be compassionate, your life is messed around with. If you are trained not to love, just love what it is, you will hate everything no matter how good that thing is. If you are trained not to appreciate what you have, what nature has given to you, what God has given to you, you are prone to hate. And that is what our society, that's what this American society is. We are trained to just keep complaining, and complaining. We are trained to believe in suffering and hard work and more hard work and hard work. We are trained to accumulate material things. Grab this one, put it here. Grab this one, put it here. Grab this one, put it here. Grab that one and sit and begin to bully everyone, punch everyone who comes across. Or hurt everyone who does not aid us in achieving money. Anyone who is not related to us to help us make money, we don't like that person. We are prone to hate that person. Anyone who is not making money, who is not wealthy in America, is looked upon as a scorn. Is looked upon as somebody who has lost his mind. Is looked upon as somebody who is supposed not to live. There are some of us who are trained to believe that black people are supposed not to even exist on this plane. I was watching a video of a young girl. She is less than 20 years old. Hey, listen to this. And this happened to black people too. But let me talk about this white girl first. She took about 30 minutes speaking about how she wished she was black. And look how disoriented she is. She doesn't love who she is, what God made her to be. She believes that black people have privileges than her, a white person, because her skin is white. A black person is paid more attention to, especially of recent, than white people. However, okay. She is not happy that she is white. Just think about it. There are millions of white people who love that they are white and will do everything to protect the beauty of being white. And there are some people who just hate to be white. She is complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining about her white color. And then at the end she said, the reason why, listen to this, brethren, and see how disoriented most of us are. The reason why she hates her color is because she wants attraction. And she is not getting the attraction. And then of recent, many black people are being paid attention to. When they go to the mall or they walk down the street, a white person will just look at a black person, oh, that's black. And the black person is stealing that away from the rest of the world. See how twisted her mind is, brethren. And you have this type of twisted mindset, you are lost big time. It doesn't matter whether black or white. You are really, really lost in a world that I don't know if there are this where you are inside. You are in the bosom of the animal. She said she hates it that black people are having the attention and she is not having the attention anymore as a white person. And she concluded in her video by saying, I wish black people were not existing. Brethren, this is true. This is what I saw. She ended up saying she wished I was not existing. This lady wished that I was not existing in this life. How will you feel if I tell you, white person, that I wish you were not existing? I wish you were this earth that is given to you and me by our God who loves you and me very much. Then I'm angry with God for making you, for creating you. Tell me how God will love that. Tell me how your creator will really love that type of mindset you have. Then comes this black guy, this twisted mindset. Who looks at a white person because he has lived in a society that has been corrupted, the mindset has been corrupted, and some groups of people have turned and hurt black people so much in a way that black people hate to even see a white person. It doesn't matter whether that white person is a good white person, is a decent white person, is a compulsion. They don't care. All they care is white, so he is dangerous. He's an enemy. And he says he wishes white people don't exist at all, at all. I'm talking about America, brother. I haven't gotten out of here yet. In this boiling pot of chaos, why do you have this type of mentality in our midst? Extreme, wicked people, evil people, in the same society with people that are compassionate, are loving, they love everyone, whether you're black, white, color, whatever. And see me, I don't really care whether that your color you are celebrating and hurting other people about. I don't see that color. I don't care about it. I don't really look at color. And when I look at color, I begin to look at color when I see discrimination. And I hurt that color. If I see you start discriminating against black person or discriminating against white person, you are not a friend. You and I don't have, we don't operate on the same platform. There is nothing, because you are very low in vibration. When you see yourself start discriminating, start separating color, you are very low in vibration. You are down here. You are away from the Creator, from the person who created you. You are way far away. And you have been put there by what we're going to discuss in a couple of minutes. A majority of us Americans, we've been put in that vortex. We've been put in that situation where we think contrary to the way we're supposed to be thinking. How did we come here? You see, in the old, you have this thing called the feudal system, the ruling class. Everything was stratified. You have the king or the president or the leader is up there at the top. You have the military after them, and the subjects or those that kingmakers and all of that after them. And then you come down, you have the military, and they keep breaking it down, right down to us. And we say in America we have democracy. There is no democracy here. Somebody phones you there is democracy, say no. Stop, don't say it again. It doesn't exist. Because there is a feudal system that is ruled by a group of people that rule the world. And they decide what happens here. They decide how people live, how people think, how people act, how people do anything. They control the finances. They control the union. They control the activities of the world. They control everything. They have mind control systems planted everywhere in the world to control you, to teach you how to think the way they want you to think. so that they can rule your life. To take away what will make you be intelligent so that you don't understand yourself. And when you follow through with what they are teaching you, you are lost. You will hate the black man. You will hate the white man. You will love money. You will go after material wealth. You will go after the education. You will go after your career. You will go after everything you can but your spirituality, your higher self. You make sure you don't get conscious of that. And how does it work? I'm going to tell you a story where I come from. In my tribe, we used to disappear. What do you call? They call it shifting, shape-shifting here. The modern word for it is shape-shifting. I want to break this down for you to understand what shape-shifting is and how the modern one looks like and how things are happening. You need to know what is in the background and the backdrop of existence. In the old, the world was organized by kings and emperors and empires to dominate. What's called the feudal system. Stratified. Survival of the fittest. If you can kill as many people that are opposing you, as many enemies as possible, and enslave others and impose on them and take control over them, you can rule them. That's how the concept of empire came into existence. And so this went on for thousands of years. There was a constant fight because there are entities from other planets, from other planes of existence that were fighting to occupy planets, the earth, the moon, the stars, and cosmic. There is a lot of energy going on around the world with different entities and beings living in all these places, just like we are here on earth. And so some of us on earth got caught up in the same nest. The fight went on. Entities, they fought in other planes of existence, in other planets, and caused chaos. And some of them were thrown out of those planets. And you know, when you go into some of these battles, because human beings, animals, birds, plants, and everything cannot be totally obliterated and destroyed altogether from existence, they only transfer them from one planet to another, from one plane to another. What happens is they have to shift those entities from one planet to another, or the entities, they run and go to other planets and cause chaos. On this, our earth, that's what is happening. There are entities that are not indigenous in this planet that have come here and have been struggling to take over our planet. They are struggling to take over the indigenous life on this planet. And when they came here, because they are higher in vibration, they are more intelligent than us. At times they can appear and disappear and we don't see them. We saw this in Egypt, in the Egyptian rule. There were many people who were doing magic and all of that and disappearing. We even see in the Bible where there was a lot of magic. We remember when Moses wanted to go back to Egypt to free the Jews. We remember how he was like doubting whether he could do it. It's like me. He was doubting if he would go there and people would believe him, because Moses was a very prayerful person and he was hot-tempered too. But he prayed a lot, but he had no assurance of himself of what he is praying for and whether it will work. And even though God was speaking to him telepathically, it wasn't physical. And so, when God told him you have to go back to Egypt and free the Jews, he wasn't sure, because there was nothing physical that would make him to prove to the Egyptians that he was sent from God. God had to show him some signs, like throw your staff on the floor, it's going to turn into a snake, and this and that. Those are magics and those are things. Appear and disappear. Because that's what Egyptians were used to. And if you wanted to convince an Egyptian, you should be able to perform those magic. You should be able to disappear. You should be able to appear. You should be able to turn into a lion. You should be able to turn things into animals, birds, make them shape-shift. That's what shape-shifting is. I lived in a world where people shape-shifted when I was growing up. Africans are very good at it before. How did they lose it? Get to know from me today. Shape-shifting is not something we should be scared of or something we think is demonic. It's just one of the abilities of human, animals, and higher entities. It's just some of the abilities we have to. If you are so advanced in intelligence, in knowledge, I can stand and all of a sudden I transform into a lion, into a tiger, to a leopard, to an elephant, to whatever I want. We did it a lot. The kings in Africa did it. But it can either be for good or for bad. When you do it in magic, magic is falsehood. But if it's your natural nature that you can shape-shift, you can move from one aspect of life to another, you can change. Let me tell you, black people, they used to do that a lot. I grew up in a society where in the 70s, where when you were a king or a leader in all the neighborhoods, you knew how to do it. Because there are herbs, and there are enchantments, and there are sacrifices that when you understand how to put them together, you could do that. Or if you are not a natural human being, if you came from another plane of existence and you have taken the human body to live on earth, and you decided to take the human body, if you are a witch or a wizard that has taken the body of another soul, then it's another situation. You can shape-shift, especially when you can't hold your original self together. The reason why you hear about shape-shifting today in America that is so rampant is because most of the entities that are amongst us that are causing all this occultic stuff, they are from different planes of existence and they found themselves here. They have been ruling us, dominating us, fighting us, making us to fight, and causing confusion because they want to first of all suppress our own spirits, our own capabilities, our own psychic capabilities. Please, 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 please. Doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist. Pay attention to this, how this works. There are beings amongst us that have been existing for thousands of years and practicing magic, practicing occultism, are practicing all types of rituals to live on earth, to dominate the earth, to control the earth. They are higher in vibration than us because they vibrate as a different frequency. They come from somewhere else. And because they understand what it means, what the cosmic powers is, and they can use it, what they have done is slowly over the years, for thousands of years, worked hard because their intention is to dominate our earth. They want to make sure that they destroy the human psychic capabilities. Because if they fully destroy the human psychic capabilities so that you cannot think and access the cosmos like they do, then they can have control over you and the rest of the earth. Because they can do it, you can't do it. They can monitor you, you can't monitor them. They can access those higher spirits and even use you to access whatever they want without you knowing. They decided to suppress you. There are so many ways they use in suppressing you. And that's why you see Africa is in trouble. That's why you see Africa is one of the most oppressed people in the world. Because when this hierarchy, when they came, when they failed on earth, they realized that the black man had this power. The black man can disappear. The black man can appear. He can turn into a lion, a tiger, a leopard, or whatever. At first, when they wanted to go hunting, they didn't just wake up and begin to go with bows and arrows. No. A black man would turn into a tiger and go hunting. And go intermingle with the tigers and with the lions and fight and kill one and then carry it, turn into a human being and bring it home. You will hear this story all over Africa. And it's not something that is hundreds of years ago. It's something a couple of decades ago. In Cameroon, you have people that used to turn into elephants. If you offended some people and they got so angry, they would turn into an elephant and go and tear down the whole of your farm at night. You come in the morning, you see all the crops are down. Find out from Cameroonians. They will shift, turn into a lion, turn into a tiger, turn into anything, and come and destroy everything. Our kings did the same. Our phone used to know everyone in the village. Our king used to know every home and everyone in the village. How could you know thousands upon thousands of people, everyone, you know every family head? The reason is, whenever they wanted to monitor the village, he would turn into a tiger. And at night he can decide to roam this area because he can run very fast. He can run, he can visit homes, monitor everything and come back. By the time the day is dawning, he turns back into a human being, he goes into his place and stays there. He is human. It's natural. We blame this group of humans who are living amongst us now called the reptilian spirits or the mantis and whatever, and we say, oh, they are demons, they are principalities, they are powers, they are this and this. It's because you don't understand. And you need to understand to know what they are doing, to know what they are constituted of, and to know how to deal with it. We are just entities that are higher in vibration. They vibrate at a different frequency, and that have successfully over thousands of years, about 6,000 years, they have stayed on earth. They have dominated on earth. They have made sure that they destroy every culture that brings this consciousness in humans. They knew that if they take that through religions, listen to this, please. We're entering into 2016 and I want to enter with you and teach you something, because you need to regain certain knowledge, certain wisdom, and know how to protect yourself. And know that those same entities, they fear you for one thing, human. It doesn't matter whether you're white, you're black, you're Indian. So long as you're human, you are an indigenous human living on earth. Those reptiles, they fear you. They really do. But they don't respect you because you've lost that quality that's supposed to make you to be feared. And they took it away consciously. When they came, they took thousands of years and began to break it down through work, through manipulation, through brainwashing, giving you different cultures, different concepts, different belief systems. And slowly, our forefathers started stopping to practice what was making them spiritual and weakening them to a point where they could no longer invoke the supernatural energy, the super consciousness, as the Eastern religions call it, in us. Are you hearing me? Please, I want you to listen to this. Christianity is full of nonsense today because they have made them not to believe certain things. They believe everything is, if it's not the way they've been taught, it's nonsense. It's what you have been taught and what you believe in is nonsense, because it's making you mess up with the whole world. You don't know yourself. Most Christians can't concentrate. And when you can't concentrate, you can't invoke the energy, the cosmic energy that you have in you. You can't invoke the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, that performs miracles, that does wonders, that releases the cherubims. You can't. Because you are asleep, walking. You have been dampened. Wake up. Now, these entities are physical and spiritual, whether you like it or not. The only reason why you don't see them is because they hide in their skin. They hide so that you don't see them. And if they want to appear on our earth, they take our bodies. They take a human flesh. If they want to live with you like me and not to scare you, they live like us. I will give you another example. You see wizards and witchcraft? Most of them have that spirit. They shape-shift all the time. When they go to perform their magic, they shape-shift. That's why they call them wizards. That's why they call them witches. The only thing is they are wicked because they use us for sacrifice. They use us for food. They use humans for food. Because that's the way they are. They use us for energy. They need our blood. They need our liquid. They need the menses of women. They need the parts of our body to energize them, to make sure that they are capable of living on this earth. They have both physical and spiritual bodies. We don't see them because they hide in their physical bodies, putting on human resemblance. But when they are in the closet, or when they are in the moment where they are very high during their rituals, they shape-shift, they transform, they turn into whatever they want to turn into, whatever they are, their true nature. This physical body is not our true nature. Human, this is not your true nature. And if you want to know what your true nature is, I can take you to a journey to a place where you will see a true nature, but it will be scary. It's gonna scare the hell out of you when you see your true nature, because when you do certain sacrifices or certain prayers or certain meditations or take certain positions and really concentrate, when you open the pineal glands and when your whole entirety is now focused and concentrated and there is no distraction, you can easily tap into your true nature, and it's amazing. It's either amazing or scary. But the thing is, you get to know you and you get to protect yourself when you get to know that. It creates a vibration around you that makes sure that those entities that understand, because they see with their spiritual eyes, they look at you. As I'm talking to you, I'm standing here. If I'm tuned, if they are tuned to me, they are seeing me. We are knowing that around me is something extraordinary. They know that I have a consciousness that is close to what they know. They see it, but we don't see them. So what happened is when they came on earth, their job was to first of all destroy that quality in us.
Happiness is not purchasable with money. I know that we ought to be happier than the happiest person on earth today. We ought to be healthier than the healthiest person on earth today. And yet, we ought to be smarter than the smartest person on earth today. The gift of happiness is not purchasable with money. The path is through meditation, in which you can achieve freedom and get release from the burden of material pursuit. Practical self-healing from sickness, poverty, negative vibration, and suffering. My mission in this life is to confront evil. My job is to point a pervading light. We believe in one misconception and another. The needs and wants of man are steadily increasing by day. The scourge of daily unrest. The more he has, the more he wants. We are not born into this world to accumulate material wealth. What a waste of precious time and effort. There are better ways to do this, brethren. Practical self-healing from sickness, poverty, negative vibration, and suffering is the purpose of this call. Learn how to unlock negative childhood beliefs and curses holding you back from finding joy while living your dreams and visions. Enter into your own consciousness.
Meditation saved my life. Ashina, breaking the horse, gave me strength and made my bone strong. Ashina is one of the most effective ways to keep your heart strong. Find peace, love, joy, happiness, abundant life, stability, and everything you ever desire in life. My soul and I has prepared a special package for you. Finally, that anxiously awaited moment is here. Your precious little bundle of excitement is now package ready. There is no doubt you will enjoy the happiness of the occasion. Your sleepless nights and personal adjustments to increasing life stresses that deplete your energy reserves will soon be a thing of the past. I know juggling the demands of work with family commitments surely leaves little for yourself. This usually results to stress, unhappiness, ill health, and more. It's like a house of cards. Though it is standing, I am hopelessly aware that the slightest breath of wind or the smallest breeze could knock down a wall, a room, or the entire structure. I see your need for a serious companion to a more fulfilling life. That is why your inspirational videos are designed especially for a new life of happiness, peace, love, joy, good health, and abundance, and self-actualization, brethren. As seen on TV, My Soul and I devotion delivers simple, practical solutions to everyday life's easy and complex problems, easy to follow. This comes with easy to follow Ashina training video for a flawless body and a spiritual awakening. This is pricey, but it's yours free just for requesting. a free inspirational video, and more. Go to www.mysoulandI.com. Mark a yes in a box of choice on the postcard, and I will rush your first free inspirational DVD and more to you. Look, I decree a good thing upon your life, and that the rest of your days be blessed.